Hey guys, sort of to do away with the belief that nerds and gamers tend to not eat very healthy or not know how to cook, I decided to make a sort of series on and off about cooking food, just to show that there are some nerds out there, well at least me, who know how to cook pretty decent food. And to start off, because I have a friend coming over tonight, I'm going to start with the sauce I'm using, which is a very simple sweet and sour sauce. There are a lot of recipes you can find online. I found this one years ago, and it is one of the few that does not use ketchup as a base, because I believe ketchup does not belong in a sweet and sour sauce. I don't think they have that. Well, they had that when they made the stuff in China, where it's supposed to originate. Anyway, you need very few things for this. First of all, a stove, doesn't really matter what kind. A small saucepan. Then you need some water, vinegar, soy sauce, and sugar, which the sweet and sour, right way around. And you also need a little bit of cornstarch, about 7 or 8 grams for the amounts I'm using. It's about 2 teaspoons full. Now all the numbers I'm going to give are in milliliters, because I'm European and we don't do stuff like ounces or cups because that's annoying. What I am doing, however, is instead of measuring everything, I just use some scales and assume that everything has the same weight as water. Which usually goes up. I mean, soy sauce is slightly thicker, so it weighs a bit more, so you have to use a little bit more, but you can just keep these amounts and it'll be alright. Okay, so you can just dump almost everything in the pan. You need about 80 milliliters of water, so 80 grams. I'm gonna spill a lot, yes I am. We have 80 milliliters of water. Add to that 40 milliliters of vinegar. You can use any kind. I'm using just plain old vinegar. Some people say rice vinegar works. You can do both. I've used both. It doesn't really affect the taste that much. 40 milliliters of that. Add to that, let's wait until this thing goes back to zero. Yes, 30 milliliters of soy sauce. I'm using a very expensive brand here because it isn't actually that good, but I needed some in a hurry, and I couldn't be bothered to go by the Chinese store to buy some more. And once you have all that put together, add 75 grams of sugar, and yes, I know that is a lot. I'll actually know how many tablespoons it is. 50 grams a spoon, that has to be 5 spoons, I think. 3, 4, and 5 tablespoons, right. Now this needs to be heated to a boil, which will take a while. Keep stirring it. The sugar will caramelize otherwise, and you will have a big lump of caramel on the bottom, and that does not taste as good. Now this is going to take a while, so I'm going to cut it out until the mixture has come to a boil. Okay, so now that the mixture has come to a boil and all the sugar is dissolved, you need to take your cornstarch. I said 7 or 8 grams. I use slightly more because I like the sauce to be a bit thicker. Add a little bit of water. This is a quick trick. If you dump in the cornstarch like this, then it'll congeal and you'll get all kinds of nasty lumps in there. So just use a little bit of cold water to make it into a milk-like mix. Then dump that in here. You should notice that the entire mixture turns a very light shade of brown, but this will go away slowly. Stir it for a bit. It should turn back to a dark color after a little while, and you should also notice that the mixture is becoming quite a bit thicker. It's almost done. You just heat it through for a little bit. Don't need to have it on for that long. The longer you keep it on the heat, it will just become a very, very sticky mess. And now you have, it's slightly lumpy actually, but that will probably go away if I heat it up again. Now you have a quite thick, dark brown sweet and sour sauce. Now, if you must have a red sauce, you can use about 10 grams of ketchup as well in here. I find that if I heat up ketchup in this, it'll turn very lumpy, and it doesn't really turn that red. You could probably use just some plain tomato puree, the very concentrated type, but that's grab something to put this on, by the way. But I find it doesn't really need it. This tastes absolutely great. I'm going to make sweet and sour chicken with this. I'm not going to do a video of that yet, but at least you know how to make the sauce. It takes about 5 minutes. It's really quick to make, and it's very tasty, and I think it tastes a lot better than the stuff you get out of a bottle. If you enjoyed this video, guys, please leave a like and subscribe. And if you want to see more of this or less of this, just leave a comment below or contact me on Twitter. I'll see you guys later.